Hey folks, welcome back to Let's Play Master on the Mysterious JG. Did I save last time? I'm not sure if I saved last time. Let's save to be sure. Let's save to be sure. It's me, the hero of Neo, and I'm here to find Kadamas. No, let's save to be on the safe side, and I made a decision which I may regret someday, that I'm not going to spend a ton of time going through the orders and trying to do searches. But we definitely are going to be interested in whether A, Cao Cao can be constrained by a tactic. Can Amand Garmbarbang escape? 720 defense and assault. He shouldn't be instantly destroyed by Cao Cao. But it'll be interesting to see if he can escape, and it'll be very interesting to see if Dawn Everstar takes sufficient losses that it will no longer be advisable to move for Chen Liu. That's going to be important. I feel bad that I'm ignoring Bobo and his battle, but in fact, Su Fei here he helped plan the transfer of Gan Ning, who wasn't being taken seriously because of his past as a pirate. He was later captured by Sun Xuan's army, but was saved by Gan Ning. So yeah, I'm not going to really get that involved with this guy. Who's got... He's not that much of a threat to Bobo, I don't think. But, Lethal's coming to relieve Bobo, and that's all well and good, but this is the battle up here that I think is going to be a lot more critical, so let's keep an eye on what happens. Magistrate Cao Cao's unit has been restrained. Alright! Good job, Liu Qi! Now it's the time to strike. It sure is. This should help Agman escape. This should help him be easier for Dawn Everstar to strike down with minimal losses. I could not believe we would fall for such a tactic. Relations between Zhang and Liu Bei army have become hostile. They're attacking Cao Cao's unit. Yuan Shu, an emissary from Cao Cao, has arrived. He's going to ask for Xia Yuan back, and I'm going to refuse. Lord Yuan Shu, I've come today on behalf of my Lord Cao Cao, who would never imply I should kill myself. That's just not the kind of guy he is. What matter do we need to discuss? I will hear what you have to say. Wait, aren't you the hero of the mistranslated campaign from the last game that was called, like, the Power of Wu, but should have been the Power of Wei? Yes, I am. We would like you to release a member of our army, Zhihao Yuan, whom you have taken prisoner. Perhaps we could release them, considering our friendship with Cao Cao army. Our friendship? You, personally, are right in the middle of trying to destroy him. We will not be doing this. It's a lot of gold, though. We refuse. Why would we be interested in increasing the number of our enemies? How lamentable. I hope you don't live to regret this. No, you... Wait. Hold on. I'm getting my stupid reference wrong. Well, first of all, there's no you understand. But actually, the Yuan Shu voice is not specifically meant to be this guy, but there's this old Doctor Who episode. The War Games. It is like a 10-parter, the last of the black and white Doctor Who stories, and it features a force of bad guys who there's like a rivalry between two of the bad guys where they're really working against each other. They're both bad. They're both against the Doctor, but they're really working against each other. And one of them is the Warlord, and another one is the Security Chief. And the Warlord is actually a traitor to the organization he's working within. And the security chief is investigating and trying to figure out what's going on. And earlier in the story, the warlord said something, "What a stupid fool you are." Later, the security chief proves the warlord is a traitor and delivers the epic line, "No! What a stupid fool you are!" It's just like a moment of total ownage and completely bizarre delivery. So Zhang has not returned those guys. We are even bigger enemies than we were. Ooh, no, Cao Cao is holding his own, though. Divine stratagems, here we go. This is going to be it for Cao Cao, I believe. Well, not not so bad. There are no action reports. No action reports? You're in the middle of defeating Cao Cao. Xinye's balance looks rather bad. Yeah, Xinye is going to be our new dumpster fire. Okay, so she has taken minimal losses. She's inflicting almost 2-to-1 losses on Cao Cao, who, thanks to tactics and now... Well, no, he's not cut off from food, but he got hit with a restraint tactic. Those don't always work, but I'm really glad it worked that time. His morale is a bit better, but the main thing for you is Agwan Morand. Really fascinating tale here. He marched out and put a stop to, I don't remember the name of the Shu officer. He had a skirmish. He was sent out with his army to stop Shu from crossing the river, entering our territory, and building archer towers. He won that battle, and then a change of circumstance led to him being ordered, while he was still in the field, to march against Cao Cao. Cao Cao's armies took Liang. He took it back. He destroyed one of Cao Cao's units. Suddenly, and you can say, oh, he was provisioned for a short-term fight. Everything changed while he was in the field. Suddenly, he's marching on Chen Liu. He's attacked by the 3 most famous of Cao Cao's officers, Zhihao Dun, Jiao Yuan, and Cao Cao himself. He's in a duel with Zhihao Yuan. He's beaten in a duel. He's injured. He's dragged off of the field by his own troops, bleeding heavily. He recovers himself. They offer to take him to the medical tent. He says he has to keep fighting. His forces suffer heavy losses, but inspired by his own performance, they manage, despite losing 90% of their forces, they defeat Zhihao Dun and Jiao Yuan, capture Jiao Yuan alive, and with a last-second rescue from Don Everstar, from Cao Cao himself, are going to be able to limp back to base. All but one of their objectives, the fall of Chen Liu, has been actually done. Perfect performance? No. Close to a catastrophe. Recovered, and it makes for interesting story. So I'm quite pleased. Zhu Cheng could afford to sell some food. We've got 70k. That's, I believe... I don't know this for certain. I don't know this for certain. But... our total supplies are 194k. So never mind. I was gonna say I think Zhu Cheng has more food than the rest of the army put together. It doesn't, but it's closer than it should be. Zhu Cheng probably has like about a third of my force's total food. So we are going to defeat Su Fei. And is it finally time for... because she's just hanging out in Mali. Is it finally time to march on Jiangxia directly with all of my troops? Or is what's happening now appropriate? Gold-wise, you guys are out of gold again. Okay, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to sell food in Zhu Cheng. With just whoever is free to do it. Hanji, you will do it. We have about 69,000. Okay, so 14,000. I didn't even see what time of year it is. It is October, so probably not a good time to be selling food. It would be a good time to be harvesting food. Nevertheless, that gives me plenty of gold to use for building up everybody's loyalty. I think I'll do the 95s for a change. I'll do up through... oh, that's not... I was doing that based on their leadership or something stupid. Okay, based on loyalty. I'm gonna do the 95s and the 96s. I will leave the 97s, the 98s, and the 99s. This is just because some of these guys are going to take a hit in a turn. And these guys, other than Pei Yuan Shao, who's being a bit of a butthead, they're all going to go up to 100. Sanctions, suggestions. Guanling, banquet, sabotage. Sabotage. Banquet, Chu Chang. Banquet in Shochun. I was looking for a banquet in that new city where the loyalty is really bad. Or rather, where the gold supply is bad. Doesn't look like I have the option of increasing anything in that city, which is where it's needed. Agriculture, commerce, commerce. How much gold are you guys bringing? 2,500. Yeah, this place is bleeding gold faster than that. I got to stop recruiting. I thought I'd already done that actually, so this is my fault. This should help with the bleeding of funds. Everybody should be working on make sure that I've got the best possible people for commerce, and because I might be down to just doing conquest, you know. Is there anybody here who is not developing but should be? Nope. They are even worse at commerce. Okay. Alright, so we'll get the spending under control and continue to work on commerce here. Jiangxia is about to fall. So Auld will be attacking it by the next turn. I feel like we can probably get Mali and the gang attacking too. I don't think we're going to find out what Surround and Conquer even does, because I think it's just going to be faster to just take Jiangxia directly. You're not doing terrible for gold. But Shochun is not really growing the way you might hope. Here we got nobody doing anything except trying to develop this city, and it's still being a problem. Agriculture at 2, it's not a good time to switch. While you're getting close is what I mean. I don't know what to do with Guanling. It always seems to have gold problems. You're supposed to be on your way back. We were told that relations with Liu Bei went from trouble to hostile, which is, but we're still not enemies. I guess that's the main thing. Would hate to be enemies with those guys. I love them so much. I think I'm just gonna have to run out of gold on this turn in that city, and that's just gonna have to be the way it is. I think we're going to end up taking Shanliu, and Hulao Gate is just going to have to be later, because if I try to go after Hulao Gate. I just fear that Chen Liu will grow more troops and be a problem. I want to get it off of the map. Cao Cao's forces will be defeated. He can't have a force headquarters at Hulao Gate, so we will lose troops. We may end up losing that gate to Li Jui. I can take my time and take it back from Li Jui. I'll probably prioritize that between Xu Chang and Chen Liu taking that gate. But I really don't want to screw up and have Chen Liu survive this wave of attack. Meanwhile, interestingly, yeah, Lu Bu has had more success than he should against Yuan Shao. Our brother slash cousin is up here. He's up here trying to deal, which I guess he should be. He's trying to deal with, who is this? This is, Zhang Yang, who never went away. Honestly, left unchecked, I'm starting to think that Gongsun Zan might be able to defeat Yuan Shao, because Lu Bu has taken one of his better cities. Not his best city, but one of his good cities. Meanwhile, someone told me in the comments, and they were right, you can't send more than one officer to buy food. You just have to know before you do any food commands, which is stupid. So they were right, and the game is dumb about how it makes you do it. But somebody was like, hey, you should be seeing if Sun Tzu will surrender. Sun Tzu's not going to fucking surrender. Are you fucking kidding me? I've never played an RTK game and had any of the, like, hero officers from the novel surrender. Under any circumstance. They can have 4 troops left. They won't surrender. So I'm surprised to hear people in the comments even saying I should bother to check. But that being said, the time may come where it's worth trying to get, like, Hong Rong to surrender. Or Gongsun Du, etc., etc. I almost never get that to work in the games. And if it's ever going to work, it's not going to be fucking Sun Tzu, who will be the first one I can get to do that. That's just not who he is. Anyway, I can look. Prisoner return, attack request, submission demand. Oh, I can't even do it with Sun Tzu because he's an ally. Demand surrender from a force that's greater than hostile. Oh no, because they're well, also because they're hostile. They aren't in alliance with me, but they're hostile. Which is weird. Why is Liu Bei appearing as an option? Yeah, Yan Bai Hu won't do it either. Okay. I know I said last time that we weren't going to bother searching every single turn, but I should at least poke my head in and see if there's any place that's recommended. Nobody's recommended for search, so let's not even bother. Let's just get on with the next turn here. I will say though, with that speed, with that unit type, Liu's grandma moved up here pretty quickly. So that's good. I feel like we should fairly soon. Shooting Your Mao is going to be moving through forest, which will take a while, but because I had him come this way and get Wei Shi, which is probably a mistake. But at the time we thought we were going for Hulao Gate. Let's go ahead and see what happens on this next turn. Cao Cao is wiped out. Hong Rong army and Liu Bei army have formed an alliance. The alliance to end Yuan Shu mania, I have no doubt. Maybe we can capture Cao Cao. It's unlikely. It's not impossible. Done already? How boring. Actually, she really didn't take very many losses at all. Oh, it almost makes me want to go for Hulao Gate again, but no, I think the smart move is going to be to finish off Chen Liu. They're already back up to 8k troops. So next turn I'll have to order her to hit you, and then probably swing up here and connect to this, and then move towards Chen Liu. But now we can see... oh, Vulture Bobo has already won his battle as well. So now it's really just a matter of watching all Dragon march into position. We will take Jiangxia with this catapult, and he will actually... He didn't get to fling a rock, but he got to get shot a few times before the turn ended. Your Majesty, Kongrong Army and Liu Bei Army appear to have formed an alliance to end Zhongamania. I only hope they will not prove to be a force that threatens our army. They will. That's the point. Okay. Bobo, you can actually continue on towards E just in case. It'll probably... Jiangxia will probably fall before you get there, but... You know what? No, let's not have... Let's just have Auld attack with the catapults and leave the main army back. There's no reason for them to take losses. I don't know how much more quickly things will fall with them there. 22 gold. Well, they didn't run out of gold on the last turn after all. All right, reward. Yuan, Shao, and Gong. I'll do those two. Why not? So now we just got people at 97. A couple of people at 97, and we might have some people's loyalty take a hit in Jinye. Jinye, I really got to start getting this place built up. Commerce is almost at level 1, or up to level 2 in the main hex. But the real problem is that there's big chunks of these territories that just haven't been conquered yet. Now, Port Kayang is more than half. Yuyang is kind of terrible, though. And Yiyang is kind of terrible. But this will come over time by having overseers there with high conquest stat. Shenliu is going to take a while, but I think it's going to go. Sorry, that's Mystery Science Theory reference after a fashion. So the deal with Liu Bei and Kongrong is Kongrong can't get to anyone else. I guess it looks like Liu Bei, maybe having seen his efforts against me frustrated, is now working with Kongrong against Lu Bu. Because Lu Bu, I can see, yeah, he had built up earthen walls, he's got arrow towers. It looks like Kongrong has been playing a defensive game against Lu Bu for a while now. And even stone walls, I think, got built back when Tao Quain had this place, because until story events caused him to give it to Liu Bei, he was actually trying, as an AI, to defend it from Liu Bei. I got briefly confused by the dark gray of Lu Bu and the light gray of Guoxi, but they are not one force. But Cao Cao is... It's going to take a minute, but he's going to go down. And of course we've got Latch, who is from some kind of anime about Genghis Khan. It may or may not be based on a real historical figure. I've never seen that anime, but you know, it's a thing. Okay. I think we are going to be safe from Liu Qi. I would just like to get this city and just feel like the border is a nice wide river and not that they've got cities that are sitting right on my flank. Zhang is not going to be a threat. Hongzhong is a really nice city, but until I'm actually campaigning out in the west, I'm not going to worry about taking it all. So the long-term strat, I got to finish off Liu Qi north of the river and finish off Cao Cao, and I probably really just need to sit and camp and lick my wounds and recover. But if circumstances prevent it, or I get impatient, or Yuan Shu is slighted in some way where I have to respond, my next logical target would be Liu Bei. Who is calling me? Oh, I actually need to take this. Edit. Let's get back to wrapping up this turn. I'm trying to decide if I'm going to... This will probably be it for a little mini session as well. See how the city is doing overall. Gold income is low, but gold expenditures are low. Yeah, gold is like 0. It shows gold expenditure is 0. So, what the hell? How come my gold is at 15 if I'm not spending any gold and have 1593 gold income? Like, explain that to me, game. I mean, these things are connected. Like, when you do things you know that you can control to reduce gold expenditure, it helps with that, but why... Seriously. Well, Guanling will be marked. I'll be sending officers into Jiangxia from Guanling shortly, but it looks like they're going to run out of money, and it doesn't make any sense to me. There are general trends on like, oh, this city's spending a lot, and now I can see it's running low on money. This city's been, yeah, but then there are details where it doesn't make a lot of sense to me. They've got 20k supplies about. You've got a lot of supplies and not a lot of gold. So if the merchant ever gets back there, I can sell supplies, that'll be fine, but until that happens, it's kind of difficult to know what the game wants me to do. I also have a sinking suspicion I'm going to forget to go back and edit anything here. Alright, sanction. Suggestions. Banquet, sabotage. Banquet, sabotage. No one's asking to sabotage any place I care about, though. Because they want me to sabotage one of Cao Cao's ports. Maybe they finally figured out that I do a lot with investment. Maybe these are just the things that make sense to work on right now. And Jianye could use any help that it can get. Okay. Any place research is recommended? No. There's no place where they're telling me there's a valuable item waiting. Do a quick check of... They're 2, 2, and 2, so there's no obvious thing that they should be working on in the core that they're not. Two, 2, and 1, but the thing they're short on is what they're working on. Same here. Do you guys need to get an area governor going in any of these places we've taken over? No. Although Juan could. Because they took over Wei Shi. Should actually be an interesting place to put Genghis Khan in charge. Because he's got such a great conquest score. Yeah, whatever. You're better than nothing. But not by much. Regional development is equivalent to firming up the foundations of our country, and I shall respectfully accept your appointment. Looks like he's drunk. What is that guy's deal, actually? He's, I keep thinking his portrait looks a little bit like Gan Ning, but he's obviously not supposed to be in Gan Ning's league as an officer. He looks like he's kind of drunk or something. Officer of Jiangxia. When Cao Cao's army returned, again following Zhang Jui's recovery of Wan, Zhang Jui ordered him and Zhang Yan into battle with Nanyang. Unfortunately, he was defeated by Zhu Zhu. Okay, so he's just some guy who was mentioned as an officer and lost the battle that he was in, so they gave him terrible stats, but he's got some leadership stats because he was in combat at some point. Alright. Okay, let's call it a video then, and I need to try to remember to edit out that phone call. That's a lot more work than you guys realize, because the, I've got a whole setup with this recording hardware and the software where I'd need to, like, move the file onto another... No, wait, I can do it on this machine. I've got the right software. It's just a step I wouldn't normally have to take for this series. Alright, guys, I'm going to call it a video. When we come back next time, we will continue to try to finish off Chen Liu and Cao Cao himself. See you then.